What up, guys? Any Tier Guild Forever. This is going to be one of the OSTs for RWBY, known as "This Will Be the Day" by Jeff Williams, Casey Lee Williams. So basically, this is another one of me listening in, watching, reading everything related to the song, and then giving my own analysis on it. I did it before. This is going on my secondary channel. So yeah. If you guys want to see how this is, let's watch, man. Let's watch. So yeah, let's hit play. Give me a second.
They see you as small and helpless. They see you as just a child. Surprised when they find out that a warrior will soon run wild. Prepare for your greatest moments. Prepare for your finest hour. The dream that you've always dreamed is suddenly about to flower. We are lightning, straight from the thunder. Miracle of ancient wonder. This will be the day we've waited for. This will be the day we open up the door.
Oh, this is the opening. I hear it's like a pause sometimes that it does.
Your world needs a great defender. Your world's in the way of harm. You want a romantic life, a fairy tale that's full of charm.
Hey, fairy tale.
Beware that the light is fading. Beware as the dark returns. This world's unforgiving. Even bright lights will cease to burn. Ashes scattered. Paradise will simmer. Hope and peace
That guitar solo. I hate that it freezes sometimes. I'm not sure if you hear it.
This will be the day we waited for. This will be the day we waited for. This will be the day we open up the door. Revolution. Hope you're ready for revolution. Welcome to a world of new solutions. Welcome to a world of bloody evolution. In time, hope and open mind. The story will be told. And victory is in its simple soul.
Okay. First of all, that's basically a full-length song of the opening, which is the absolute shit. I loved it. I loved it a lot, actually. I'm not gonna lie to you, though. I really did resonate with this song and especially the lyrics. I want to say that it feels like I'm almost getting into a mind of how can I say this? Into a child or a person, not necessarily a child, but the reason why I say child is because it was mentioned in the lyrics. So whenever someone thinks of a child, they think of someone young, not necessarily a kid, but someone really young in experience. Almost someone at a young age filled with such strong conviction, ambition, a goal, a want, but the goal is and the want have something in common. They're both something selfless. It's basically someone with an unwavering heart or a unwavering mindset that despite the struggle, that's surrounding them, because it's also trying to refer to of the dire situation that's happening right now with the Grimm, the war, everything. So it's basically trying to say like there's a lot of struggle going on. There's a lot of like unforgiving things, dark world, everything, the Grimms, everything happening around them. And it's almost like they're saying like they need like a mighty champion, or they need someone with a strong conviction. And and it's almost like this saying is residing within the person's subconscious. It's like they see the world around them. They know how ugly and unforgiving it is. So they want to be that sense of self-righteousness to right the wrongs that are occurring currently in the world of RWBY. I know most of the times you see positive, like goofy, like activity here and there, a lot of like very positive aspects and things shown to us, but we don't know what's really going on behind the scenes. Where, I mean, Crow kind of gave us a good example of that when he was talking about his last mission, and then ruined it by saying that he had an eye for the maid with the skirt. But yeah, this honestly feels like if I were to say a person, like it definitely feels like it's something RWBY would say, but it wouldn't like feel all that off if it was Weiss, because Weiss is still looked at as a child, inexperienced and still immature, but she's trying to prove herself toward her father, toward herself, toward her sister, in order to prove all their low expectations of her out the window. Well, I feel like that's why, in my opinion, I still say this resonates more with RWBY, simply due to the fact that RWBY is a character with a strong conviction, almost self-hearted righteousness in a way. And despite the fact how goofy, belittling she can kind of come off to any random stranger with the effing attitude, that doesn't mean that's all there is to her. And that's what she's trying to prove. She's trying to prove that she can be this great hero and heroine, and the only thing she's ever had and wanted and desired in her mind is victory. You may think it's simple, like, oh, that's it, like victory, very simple-minded, very narrow-minded, very one-tracked, but honestly, you know what they say, right? It gets rooted into human biology, so I want to talk this over with you. It's a few minutes, but I'm sure you guys don't mind. So really open your ears and hear me out. And again, I'm using strong analogies, but you can take it to its simplest form. When a human being suffers through loss, whether it be through a person passing, a career loss, a game loss, and a test loss, like a test, you know, like an exam or something, we take it to a point, depending on the nature, but fundamentally it all feels the same. To us, it means being worthless, death, unacceptable. But there's one thing that's more clear than anything else in this world than suffering defeat. A person that suffers defeat over and over and over and over and over again, more than anything, hungers for victory. A person that has such a strong conviction, a strong mind that simply desires victory, has probably suffered the most loss, but they have the greatest desire for victory. You know what they say? The more you're used to something, the less of importance it comes off to you. But then there's also the opposite. So basically, someone that's used to victory can never appreciate loss, and those that suffer losses more than victories appreciate victory more. That's what it gives me. It makes me feel like I'm almost being drawn inside RWBY's subconsciousness. Whether it's the loss of her mother, the loss of an opportunity to make it to the finals, or whether it's a loss as her role as a huntress. It's rooted in her, down to the bone. Excuse me. Drank it too fast. You ever like? It's also, I can also use a My Hero analogy. Do you know what the one quote that Bakugo says a lot in My Hero, especially from the movie Rising Heroes? No matter how much a pinch a hero is in, the good will always win. That's a strong belief. Almost steel mentality. That's the vibe I get when I see those lyrics. A strong mental fortitude. And I know people will like, it's not that big of a deal. Anyone can just have a strong mind, ignore this, ignore that. No. Believe it or not, it takes more strength to have a strong mind than a strong body. Cause a strong mind can last for years. A strong body will only last for only so long. The mind if the mind collapse, the body collapse. If the body collapse but the mind's retain, then there's always room there's always room to come back. That's why these lyrics really help me appreciate the character I see. I feel like I'm seeing more of these characters through these lyrics. It almost helps me understand, and not just understand what I see, but understand what I'm supposed to see. Does that make sense? I know I kind of went off on a tangent, and I know it's kind of this and that, you know what I mean? But it's like, that's my honest feelings when I see this. That's how I genuinely feel. But that's it for this one, guys. This is going up on my redirect channel. On my secondary / gaming channel. Hope to see you there. Peace. I'm out.